This is the Kindy Rockstars Podcast, Season 6. Bringing you incredibly talented singers, artists, creators, and producers in the genre of children's music. I'm your host, Patrick Adams. Each episode will feature songs, album features, or video features, and great stories from the artists themselves. Kindy Rockstars Season 6 is proud to be supported and sponsored by Waldmania Public Relations, serving the family entertainment community for over 20 years, and Debbie Derryberry Kids. Debbie Derryberry, one of Hollywood's most active and sought-after voiceover artists, is best known for voicing Jimmy Neutron in the Academy Award-nominated film Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, and Draculaura in Monster High. A lifetime musician and songwriter, Debbie has written and recorded 4 award-winning preschool music albums. Her song Baby Banana hit #1 on Sirius XM Kid. Her song, written with Grammy-winning artist Lisa Loeb, called The Compost Bin, has won a Napa Award. Her latest album, Gotta Go Green, also a Napa winner, is all about giving kids tangible ways to save the earth through recycling, composting, reducing carbon footprint, and more. Her YouTube channel, Debbie Derryberry Kids, combines her love of cartoons and music with delightful animated videos of her songs. Children listen as well as watch, so a visual component is so important. Kindy Rockstars thanks you so much for your support, and now, on with the show. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Kindy Rockstars, and on the show today, I have 2 of my favorite people, Todd and Tina. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, how are you?
Thanks for having us again.
Yeah, you guys are regular guests, and you did me the solid at the end of last season by interviewing me for my last album, which was one of the most fun times I've had putting this show together.
Well, we had a lot of fun hosting it too.
Yeah, that was really cool. But anyway, we are here to talk about your new album, The Color Weasel. But before we get into that, what have you guys been up to since we last talked?
Let's see.
We put out the new album, The
Yep.
Color Weasel. We've been playing live a ton this summer. I think it's 25, 30 shows.
Yep, that's what we got booked for the season. So right now we're in the middle of our up north tour because we're in Minnesota. We usually are in the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul. And now we're a few hours north of the cities, and we're doing a little library tour, and we're playing a art market on Saturday morning as well. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, we just keep on keeping on. Well, we've been shooting some videos.
Yep, we've been working on some videos that are going along with our Color Weasel album. Our first one that we released just a couple weeks ago was for our song, Not Another Dinosaur Song. And that was really fun to film because the Science Museum of Minnesota actually let us go into this space and use their dinosaur exhibits to film, which was really fun.
Yeah, we definitely up the ante for future videos because it's hard to get a multi-million-dollar display for every video, but
I know,
we got
right?
some ideas.
I saw
and
that
it was
video.
really-
That was a really good video. Very well done.
Thanks. It was a lot of fun to film. And what was really interesting too, when Todd had reached out to the Science Museum to just kind of ask, and we were working out the details, it was one of the requirements was that the paleontologists got to look at the video first before we released it to make sure that everything was correct. So we did have to do a couple little quick edits to make sure that, if we're singing about a Tyrannosaurus, we're not pointing to a Stegosaurus or something like that. But
yeah, there's actually one spot in the video at, what is it, like 138 or something, where we have to correct, this is not actually a pterodactyl, but a Quizzolochosaurus or something. And it happens so fast, and it's funny because it goes by so fast, and they wanted us to put more, and you're like, holy cow, we can barely read that. But it's science. It's kind of funny that we actually had to fact check our own video.
That's right. Wanted to be accurate though.
Yeah.
That's the price you pay for having $1 million background.
That's right.
Small price.
When you put it like that, we sound kind of like jerks. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was really cool. Really fun experience. The funniest part was though, because often Todd's kids or my kids will help us with the videos, right? They're in a lot of our videos. And that one was a 6:30 a.m. call on a Sunday morning at the Science Museum before it opened. And so nobody really wanted to get up and help us. So we were very fortunate that the wonderful employee at the Science Museum who was with us that day volunteered to get into the T-Rex costume for us.
Right, because what if that video gets like 1 billion views? I mean,
that'd be amazing.
Everybody else missed out.
What if when the video gets 1 billion views? It just needs to be around for 1 billion days.
That's right.
No,
but it was fun.
Yeah, it was a blast to film it, and of course afterwards, my son's like, "I would have come," and I'm like, "I gave you the option." He goes, "You didn't wake me up."
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Yeah, no. I didn't want a grumpy T-Rex."
Yeah, that's right.
So we've got a couple other fun ideas, but it definitely raises the bar on what we have to do on the next video because every time you want to make it a little bit more interesting and do something fun.
It's going to be hard to up the ante on that one.
Well,
I know.
I've got some emails out to NASA.
All right. So when are you going back? When are you going back to the moon? Just want to know. Just
that's right.
Throwing it out there.
Idea. That's right.
First trip to Mars.
That's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool.
What?
Trip to Mars?
Oh, well, it'd take a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know. We've got to get through this little 3-day jump together. Mars could be a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chrissy will get a lot of music facts that she never wanted to hear.
Right.
By the
things I didn't even know I needed to know.
You will have written 7 or 8 new albums by that point that you even got to Mars. So
yeah, with no distribution. Where's the Wi-Fi? I can't upload this to CD Baby.
But recording the albums on the flight to Mars, that would be a first for any artist.
That's true. We could really redo Dermatologist Astronaut in really a fun way then.
There you go.
I feel like we got to reach out to Noxema.
Next.
All right. Well, I feel we're going a bit off the beaten path here. So let's bring it back to the Color Weasel.
Yes. So that was a really fun album to put together. And it started, as all of our albums do, just kind of Todd is our songwriter. So he would write all of the songs and roll them out and say, okay, well, what do you think? And then we just kind of edit from there. And one of the things that we were working on is making sure that everything on the album would be playable in an acoustic set live. So that was something we were keeping in mind as we were putting it all together.
Yeah, I think we had 25 songs or so in around Christmas. We figured out a pattern that I don't want to overwhelm Chrissy with too many songs right away after an album. So I'll save them all up, and then there's the big dump right around Christmas time. I'm like, okay, just pick 10 songs you think are good, and then she spares no punches or, and she'll pick out hers. And there's a couple I didn't think were as good as she thought they were and vice versa. And then, there's a couple I'm like, no, this is a banger. And she's like, no, it's not that good. And so anyways, we decided on 10 songs, and then we just kind of kept what we refined for 4 months, just kept tweaking, recording, editing. And then, we just got the process together and we came up with those 10.
Yeah. And we're really proud of these songs. I think that it's a wide variety of topics that we're covering on this album compared to some of our other ones. Our title track, The Color Weasel, is about, a weasel who is very focused in his thinking and not really flexible in his thinking. And so, through the song, he becomes to see other people's perspectives. And so that's a really fun song that we like.
And it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It's
our epic.
It's like Bohemian Rhapsody or Stairway to Heaven for us. It's our November Rain. We're playing and I'm pointing at my watch what is that? We're going to lose their attention.
But yeah, that was a really fun song to put together. A lot of fun. And then it has the really tender last track on the album is called Safe Harbor. And it's just a really sweet song about your kids growing up, because that's where Todd's kids and my kids are in our phases of life. So
it fits well when you like your kids and things are going well. Yeah. It's not so good when they're driving you crazy.
No, that's when you have to listen to it.
That's true. Maybe you're right.
Yeah, no, I previewed all of these, and I kind of caught that. It's like, oh, they got their what do we call it? Their Every Rose Has Its Thorn, or their slow jam on this one.
We like the fact that you can go and like listen to it and hear chicken pot pie, and then all of a sudden you'll listen and hear Safe Harbor, and you're like, well, that's the same people. How did that happen?
Yeah,
And that's kind of what's fun about it.
Yeah, no, that's the mark of a very good artist with wide range.
There you go. That's a wonderful way of saying unfocused.
Or eclectic.
All right, so was the weasel always the first choice, or was there other animals in play before you decided on the weasel?
The weasel, actually, I was surprised. I was out running one day and Color Wheel, kids music, of course. And then all of a sudden, like, Color Weasel, has anybody used Color Weasel? It seemed like an obvious choice. And lo and behold, with the gift of Google, I looked it up and there hadn't been used. So
I'm not surprised.
It's like we are, I just thought, I'm like, it seemed so obvious, right? It seemed like it should have always existed, right?
That's kind of what's fun, is one of the things that we've been talking about as we've been, recording the album and putting it all together. And we're like, it's now these songs have become part of us, right? And it's like they've always existed, but they haven't. That's the joy of creating music. It's like we've brought these songs into the world. Now we're going to share them, which is a exciting part.
Now the next person that thinks, hey, we should rename the Color Wheel the Color Weasel, will be like, ha!
Who in the heck are Todd'n'Tina?
That's right.
Well, we're gonna need to pay them lots of licensing money for that. You should patent it. So anytime anyone uses it, they have to pay you.
That would be awesome.
Exactly. Well, my name's Todd Mellenacker, so after everything, it says TM.
There you go.
Oh,
that's what you're halfway there.
It's trademarked.
I see you.
All right. Well, we are going to actually kick off the song feature with Color Weasel. So before we do that,
love it.
Any additional things about the song?
The solo is amazing.
Yes,
the guitar solo. I think I played it, so I can say it's amazing. But when we first played it, Tina said, it's a little too much. And then I'm like, no, this is the way it should be. And then, I don't know.
It turned out really, really, it was fun to put together that solo and just get it just right.
Well, and I think there's a build of the song. Like, even like when we play it live, it's like.
But when we play it live, Todd doesn't play guitar solo because our live shows are just acoustic guitar, ukulele, and, I'm doing all of the other instruments. And so we've actually turned that guitar solo into kazoo solo, which is epic.
It's even better. It's even better. No, I think the build on it is a lot of fun. I just the way and then like the little harmonies at the end Chrissy came up with, and it turned out better than we planned.
Yeah. Fun song.
All right. Well, let's check this one out. Here it is, the title track to the album, The Color Weasel by Todd'n'Tina.
He walked into a paint store and asked, what are these colors for? I only need black and white, nothing else feels right. He took the colors in his hand, cause he could not understand why things needed to be so vibrant and so bright.
The color weasel only sees in black and white. If things don't fit his point of view, it means it isn't right. The color weasel only wants one thing, a world of black and white and clear-cut boundaries.
He told the clerk, now just be cool and give those paints to me. I'll take them home, dig a hole and pour them where they'll remain unseen. Well, wouldn't you know the colors flowed right into a stream where the weasel got his water for a growing tree.
The color weasel only sees in black and white. If things don't fit his point of view, it means it isn't right. The color weasel only wants one thing, a world of black and white and clear-cut boundaries. Wouldn't you know, a tree did grow, and much to his surprise, the brightly colored leaves made him feel alive. Then down boundaries.
And that was the Color Weasel. All right, the next song we're going to talk about, and I listened to this over and over again, listened closely to the lyrics, did a deep dive. It's called Chicken Pot
Did
Pie.
you look it up on-
What is this song about?
Well,
Good question, Patrick.
Did you look it up on genius.com, the lyric website?
I even looked the lyrics up.
Well, it's actually it's about the food, chicken pot pie, and
I thought so. I just wanted to be sure.
But the funny story of it is my buddy Chris, who does lots of our filming and animation. This was like years ago. You know, we're all old and our lives have changed a little bit. And I was like, well, what are you going to do for your birthday? And he's like, if I could just pick up a nice chicken pot pie and go home and heat it up, that would be pretty awesome. And I'm like, chicken pot pie, this is your life. And I started singing to him, chicken pot pie, chicken pot pie, chicken pot pie. And I'm like, that's a hit right there, right?
It is.
And anyways, I brought it to Chrissy, and she's like, it's a song.
That one took me a few listens to warm up to, I won't lie, but it is catchy.
Yeah.
And I played it for my students at school. The album released just right before school was out, so the kids got to hear all of the music, and that was a great freeze dance song. Like, they love dancing to that song.
Yeah, it's I don't know, it's a lot to play live just because it's so intense. Like, it's by the end of it, we're like, holy cow, that was a lot. Yeah, actually, you're playing ukulele on it.
Yep. And
it's a fun song. I thought it came together really well, and it's either going to be one of those songs that will be the song that we look back and think, what were we thinking? Or it's going to be like our call song and the song we're known for. Then we're going to say, what were we thinking?
Or it's going to be in every chicken pot pie commercial that's out there.
I'm trying to get a hold of KFC. That would be, well, the problem is there aren't that many chicken pot pie commercials. I've done the research. There's a company up in Maine that makes chicken pot pie. And
it's time to call Marie Callender.
Well, and that's a whole nother story. I've tried.
Oh.
We'll get it. And I remember it was actually supposed to be number 2 on the record. And I think Chrissy sat me down and she's like, I don't think the song is as good as you think it is.
I might have to disagree with Chrissy here.
There was a lot of discussion on where it was going to go on the album. I think it's 3 right now?
4.
And it's in a good spot.
I feel like if it was our first album and she wasn't so comfortable with me, that we could have made the album Chicken Pot Pie 10 times. And instead it got bumped down to 4.
It's still a good song.
I like it just because it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I could see dropping it in like the number 1 or 2 slot might have overwhelmed the listener right away. I think you've got it in the right spot.
That was my argument too. It was a little bit of an assault on the ears at first.
Yeah, and I've tried to end live sets with it, and she's like, I don't want them to think we're super weird with it. So it's going to be a point of contention.
It's been sliding in like a second to the end or in the middle somewhere when we're performing live. It works. It works.
It kind of, you got to read the vibe of the room. Not every show is a chicken pot pie show.
That's true.
Yeah, true. All right. Well, we have set this one up well. Here it is. Chicken Pot Pie by Todd'n'Tina.
Chicken pot pie, 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 chicken pot pie. What you want for dinner?
What you want for lunch?
I'm not sure that you know,
but I think you've got a hunch.
It's chicken pot pie, 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 chicken pot pie. What you want for breakfast?
Say it loud and clear.
Hope it ain't no bacon,
'cause you can find it here.
It's chicken pot pie, 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 chicken pot pie. What you want for supper?
You should know by now.
It walks like a duck,
squeaks like a duck,
it comes in a pie round. It's chicken pot pie, 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 chicken pot pie. Hey, now it's your birthday.
You say you want one thing.
It's got a little beak
and comes in packaging.
It's chicken pot pie, 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 chicken pot pie.
And that was Chicken Pot Pie. All right, we talked about it a little bit. Not another dinosaur song. So, other than the $1 million video that you guys filmed, tell us a little bit more about this one.
Well, this one might be one of my favorites on the album, and it was actually one of the songs that was added last to the album because it was written. We had kind of an outline of the album, and then Todd's like, "Oh, I wrote this song about dinosaurs," and we looked at it and we started playing it through. And I'm like, "This is it. This is a good song." And so he's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yes." So I think that's when we started recording it and put it in. And
yeah, I realized as a children's band we should have had a song about a dinosaur. That's a given, right? It comes with the territory. And then I realized we didn't have a song about a dinosaur, and then naturally we wrote a song about not wanting to write another dinosaur song. So
yeah,
it's there's so many layers.
You guys took a bold and brave approach to the Kindy dinosaur song by not going pro dinosaur.
We planted our flag in the ground, and we're like, we're gonna die on the, if we didn't win them over by Chicken Pot Pie.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that was fun about this song too is that we actually had some guest artists on our recording. Usually Todd and I use our kids, but for this song we used some of my students at school, and we had them come in, and there was like 7 of them that came in and recorded for us, and they were so excited to do that. And so, when the album came out and the video, they were like showing it and listening to it at school because we're so excited and so proud to be part of that. And some of the other kids are like, "Well, how do I get to do that? Yeah. I want to do that too. Like, when you do another song, can I be in it too?" And so that part was just really fun and special too.
But yeah, well, now that you've said it out loud, if the song ever makes money, whatever the kids think they recorded, they didn't record. It was the other kids. I don't know who.
They were just excited to be part of it. And then we always play my school's carnival every year, Todd and I do. And so when we were singing that song, they came up and sang it with us. And so. Yeah,
I'd like Chrissy had some really good vocal melodies in the chorus. And I really like the bridge. Then I won't have to bore us with another song about a stegosaurus. Come on, get to the chorus. A triple rhyme. That's like Scrabble. That's like using a Q and an X in the same word.
I know.
And landing on double word score.
Yeah, it's just a very clever song and one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah.
So that's why we made a video for it.
Yeah. I
liked it too. I planted my flag with Fluffy Dinosaur. That's the only dinosaur song I'm ever going to do. So
everybody has to have one, right?
That's right. It's almost mandatory.
That's what we felt like.
Check it off.
Yeah. All right. Here it is. Not Another Dinosaur Song by Todd'n'Tina.
We are just a band playing for you kids, and we always bring the hits. But there's one thing that drives us mad. It goes something like this. Can you play a song about Tyrannosaurus Rex? 'Cause he is the one that we like best. Not another dinosaur song. They've been extinct for far too long. I know you love Triceratops, but these requests have got to stop. About dinosaurs, Velociraptor, pterodactyl, and we'll put it to some chords. Can you play a song about Tyrannosaurus Rex? 'Cause he is the one that we like best. Not another dinosaur song. They've been extinct for far too long. I know you love Triceratops, but these requests have got to stop. Go to a museum, that's where you can see them. Then I won't have to bore us with another song about a stegosaurus.
Come on, just get to the chorus.
Not another dinosaur song. They've been extinct for far too long. I know you love Triceratops, but these requests have got to stop. Not another dinosaur song. They've been extinct for far too long. I know you love Triceratops. Maybe an asteroid will make it stop.
And that was Not Another Dinosaur Song. We're going to move on next to Spooky Cat. Tell us about this one.
This one, I wrote it kind of as a Halloween type song, obviously. I I thought it would be kind of fun to have spooky cat, meow, meow. Like it just seemed obvious to me. And that's another one I think I played for you. And I think your first reaction was I don't know.
We well, Todd and I had kind of taken the fall off, and so the couple of times we connected, it was right around Halloween. I was over at his house, and he's like, "Oh, by the way, while you're here, I'm just gonna sing this for you." And his kids were already like, he's been singing it nonstop. But then they were singing it in the house too. So
Yeah.
it's really catchy and fun.
Yeah, it's I like the little like it's in D minor, you know, the saddest of all keys. It's just dark. And then it's
It is a dark key.
It is a you're expecting a Spinal Tap reference. No, and so you know what I'm saying. I'll look it up. So yeah, that came about, and that was one. I had the song, and I think the chord progression was more cyclical, went around in circles, and then Chrissy's like, we got to switch this part and this part. And then I was like, are you sure? I kind of have it done. And she's like, no, we got to.
Yeah,
so,
that one had some chord revisions.
Yeah, and actually now that we've been playing it live, it's like probably the most popular song on the album.
And it's fun because the kids can, like, we have the kids meow with us in our live shows, and they get really into it. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that one, it's that's like so far it's our top listen.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, again, things catch on for whatever reasons, but I think just having a very specific. One thing I found is like the more specific the song is, the better it catches on playlist and stuff like that.
Right.
Because it's Halloween,
Niche.
It's cat, it's niche, niche,
Yep.
niche. Look at that. And yeah, it's fun, and it's really fun to hear all the kids meowing back. Today they were really intense. They were, oh my gosh.
Some serious meowing today. It was wonderful.
Yeah, it's like a orchestra.
All right. Well, a soon-to-be Halloween standard. Here it is. Spooky Cat by Todd'n'Tina.
Spooky cat, spooky cat.
Meow, meow,
Spooky cat, spooky cat.
meow, meow,
Spooky cat, spooky cat.
meow, meow.
Spooky cat. What's that?
I was driving to work just the other day when I saw this kitten in my way. As I got a little closer, I looked in his eyes. I'm certain it was a monster in disguise.
Spooky cat, spooky cat.
Meow, meow,
Spooky cat, spooky cat.
meow, meow,
Spooky cat, spooky cat.
meow, meow.
Spooky cat. What's that?
At first I thought this is just what I need, but soon found out his name was Evil Steve. He followed me around all over the place and spit up hairballs in my face.
Spooky cat, spooky cat.
Meow, meow,
Spooky cat, spooky cat.
meow, meow,
Spooky cat, spooky cat.
meow, meow.
Spooky cat. What's that?
Sometimes kittens aren't as cute as they seem, 'cause deep down inside you know they're really mean. Sometimes kittens aren't as cute as they seem, 'cause deep down inside they make you wanna scream. Oh, Steve. Steve, no. Steve. Nope. I'm getting a dog.
Spooky cat, spooky cat.
Meow, meow,
Spooky cat, spooky cat.
meow, meow,
Spooky cat, spooky cat.
meow, meow.
Spooky cat. What's that?
And that was Spooky Cat. All right, last song here in our song feature. We talked about it a little bit. It is called Safe Harbor. So tell us about this one.
This is our sweet song. Every once in a while, we like to show that we have emotions besides a funny bone. Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those songs we wrote about basically our kids getting older. And I think when they're young, it's easy to just kind of, you take it for granted that they're always going to be there. And then you get older and you think, oh, wow, you're gonna move out, which, you know, half the time you're like, yes, so the other half of the time you're like, oh. But it's just kind of a reminder that they still have a spot at home. And problems will come up, but you can always come home.
And I think this was probably the song that, when we were first looking at it, probably has the least amount of revisions. It was, when Todd brought it to me, it's like, it was pretty much done, and it was really nice. And it's just a tender song. And that's what I like about it. And the first few times we sang through it, I teared up. I'm like, oh, how are we going to sing this live if I can't like get through it without crying? Because yeah, my oldest and his oldest are 16 this year. And so, you know, we'll be doing college tours soon and all of those fun teenage things.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a sweet, tender song about, you know,
it's something we can send to them when they're like, we hate you. And then we'll send them the MP3 of the song. And
I still love you.
I still love you. And then they'll be like, oh,
I'm sorry, Dad.
How can you be mad at that song?
I'll come home for Christmas. That's how it works, right?
That's right. Yeah.
The power of music.
There we go. All right, here it is. Safe Harbor by Todd'n'Tina.
I wish I may, I wish I might, and I pray with all my might that dark clouds won't ever roll your way. But I know it's bound to be, you can't stop a raging sea, and I trust you've got the courage and the strength. Nothing's ever perfect, and sometimes you'll doubt whether it's worth it. There will be moments in life, everything will feel just right, and the ghosts you see are shadows in the trees. I can't always hold your hand, but I can help you understand that you won't always get what you want, but what you need. Nothing's ever perfect, and sometimes you'll doubt whether it's worth it. Sometimes nothing will make sense, and you'll need a day to rest. I only want the best life can bring, 'cause you mean the world to me, every storm and victory. And when rain falls, know you're not alone. And you can't go back, but you can always come home. Come home.
And that was Safe Harbor. The album is called The Color Weasel. So Todd'n'Tina, let everybody know where they can stream, purchase, download that song, and how they can find and connect with you.
Well, you can listen to Todd'n'Tina's music on any of your favorite streaming services. You can download it at your favorite services as well. You can go to Todd'n'Tina.com and you can check out our silly music videos, especially our new one, Not Another Dinosaur Song, and all of our videos. And you can see where we're going to be performing at Todd'n'Tina.com as well. We'll be in the Twin Cities in Minnesota and surrounding areas all summer long. And you can also follow us on our social media pages as well, on Instagram and Facebook.
Very good. And for those late 70s, early 80s music fans, check out the cover of Funky Town that I did with Todd'n'Tina. It's true to the original, but it's funnier than the original.
That was a fun time. That was fun.
All right. What is the next big thing coming up for Todd'n'Tina?
Our next big thing, we actually have we did one song already with Todd Parr for his book, You Will Always Have Me. And we are doing the theme song for his next book, I Am Strong. And that will be coming out August 8th.
Yes, in conjunction with his book release. So that's really fun. It's kind of got a 60s chord progression, doo-woppy vibe. Another sweet song.
Yeah.
So, and then just making some more videos off of our new Color Weasel album.
Yeah, just keep the train rolling. Choo choo. Like, yeah, do that. And then I'm sure I'll throw a bunch of new songs at Chrissy.
And we'll start
Christmas and we'll do it all over again. And just, yeah, lots of live shows. Now it's kind of like one thing at once, live shows and videos.
If you are in the great state of Minnesota, where can they find you guys next?
You can find us in Chanhassen on Wednesday at 3:30. And if you tune into WCCO TV on Tuesday morning, we'll be on the mid-morning show performing live.
Yeah, and past that, just check our website. We're all over Minnesota. Everywhere in Minnesota.
That's right.
We're hard to miss.
Awesome. All right, guys. It's always a pleasure having you on the show. I look forward to it. You were amazing guest host. You're amazing guests, and I wish you all the luck with this album and many more to come.
Thanks so much, Patrick.
All right. Take care.